I'm in second grade, and my class is playing hide and seek again. The boy in the middle of the wood-chip-covered playground plays rock, paper, scissors with the girl who sits next to me in class, and loses. With a sigh, he presses his palms over his eyes. 1, 2, 3. He begins counting. The class explodes into shrieks and giggles, running off into different directions. I excitedly dash to the shed in the back of the playground, my preferred spot. Behind the shed, I can't see anything besides the sparse forest surrounding the school, but peeking around the corner means I risk being seen. So I crouch down behind the shed and quietly hug my knees to my chest. Suddenly, I hear footsteps approaching, crunching the dry wood chips. I draw in a sharp breath as the steps come to a halt right in front of the shed. My heart pounds in my ears and a bead of sweat trickles down my neck. But as soon as the steps stop, they start again, off into a different direction, fading away like ripples on a lake. I strain my ears, tempted to look around the corner, but I restrain myself. I wait and wait and wait. From my spot behind the shed, I'm fully out of sight. No one can see or hear me. I am safe, but I feel very, very alone. Finally, as the sun begins to kiss the treetops, I venture a look from behind the shed. The playground is deserted. My classmates had played through rounds of hide and seek without finding me, leaving me alone. Disappointment sinks in my stomach as I get to my feet. It is almost the end of the school year, but every recess no one has found me. I start to wonder if I'm actually a ghost. Does everyone forget I exist when I hide behind my little shed? If I stay here, hidden for eternity, will anyone come looking for me? I trudge back, pondering these questions. I feel a little sad and somehow a little scared. Looking back, I realize this may have been where it all started. My fear of being forgotten. Rationally, this fear doesn't make a lot of sense. Of course, close friends and family could never really forget you. But in the quiet moments, when I'm hidden somewhere by myself, it's easy to feel like they could. When I moved schools and my old friends dissipated while I was a stranger in a new school, I felt this fear again. Like a person lost at sea, I felt stranded between two unfamiliar lands. I drifted down the halls, a ghost no one saw or spoke to. During the COVID-19 pandemic, when we all suddenly became confined to our homes, the friends I had made started to slip away as well. Again, I found myself behind my little shed. I didn't have to peer around the corner, talk to anyone, or reach out. The world turned on without me. I was safe, but so very alone. I began to wonder, what can I do to be someone people remember? I don't mean someone with a big legacy, whose names we write down in textbooks, and who earn Nobel Peace Prizes for their work, although that would also be great. But someone my classmates, friends, and family remember. So driven by my fear, I tried to find out. I peeked behind my little shed and reached out to the people around me. I joined clubs and found people who share an interest with me. I called and initiated conversations with my friends. I talked and collaborated with my classmates. The more I interacted with these people, the further behind I left my shed. Now when I walked down the halls, people waved and spoke to me. I was no longer alone. But beyond reaching out to people, I also became someone who's important to them. I found them sitting behind their own little sheds and pulled them out. I was a friend to rely on, a daughter to be proud of, and a classmate to share ideas with. Every time I encounter someone, I make an effort to leave behind a drop of ink to tint their lives. One day I want to look back and see a vibrant life, saturated with color and bleeding into the canvases around it. Then I'll know. I won't be forgotten.